Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting, and today you're joining me for a nice little walk through Chirk, over the aqueduct, through the tunnel, and just generally enjoying a nice bit of canal scenery. Now, this particular spot we're starting out from, just down from the Poacher's Pocket Pub, or now just the Poacher's because it's modern and cool. This stretch of water is exactly where I used to moor my boat over the winter mooring periods back in the good old days. There's me for anybody who's interested. Apologies for showing you my big ugly face in front of all the scenery. Now, one of the things that I used to love about waking up on a boat on a sunny day was the way that the water would reflect the light up onto the ceiling of the boat inside, and you get these lovely ripples that this bridge was perfectly showing there. Now, one of the things I love about this little stretch of canal, even though it's right next to the road, is that sort of old and new comparison where you're tootling along on a boat 2, 3, maybe 4 miles an hour while everyone's zipping by on their cars. You can see just the grooves here to put the planks of wood down to block off sections of canal and empty bits. Some of the local ducks here. Yeah, I really do enjoy coming back out to some of the places that I used to go to when I had my boat. And of course, we can't pass Chirk Bank without stopping to look at the Hobbit Hole. Another boat life memory here. This is just down from the towpath. When they cut all the trees down here a couple of years ago, people came from all over the place to start cutting them up for firewood. And I'd be going down there and joining in the general melee and coming back up trying to drag bags of wood up that steep slope. And this was the place that I spent my first months of winter mooring ever, right at Chirk Bank by the little bridge here. And again, it's fascinating to think how quickly boat life seems to have come and gone, to be honest. And saying that it's now a year since I was last on a boat in these areas. You can see that lovely collection of traditional canal ware there. And again, I quite like this bridge. It's an interesting one, Monk's Bridges, where you can see it's got that sort of two-layered bit with the walls added on. But underneath, you can see these big beams holding it all up really low. You've got to be really careful if you got too much on your roof there. But yeah, really, I just wanted to show you and take a moment to look at some of the scenery and reminisce about the good old days. You can see spring's definitely on the way. We've got daffodils out on the far side of the canal here. This again, just on that corner there, is where I'd like to spend a week or two over the summer months. You're absolutely chaotic coming over the aqueduct and being moored up in this general area because it gets so busy during the summer, as you can imagine. I think one of the things that I really do enjoy about being able to just hop on my bike and come out to these places, get on the bus or whatever, is the fact that I have got so many memories of these places for years and years. I mean, going back for decades, obviously coming out to the aqueduct, and that's a classic sort of family day out. But then over the last decade, because I had friends who lived just up at Western Rin, not far from here at all, I would literally be walking out here like several times a week and crossing over the aqueduct and going through the tunnel and sleeping at my friend's house and then waking up first thing in the morning and heading off down here at 7 o'clock and going through the tunnel before anybody's even waking up. Just absolutely beautiful places to have got so many great memories from over the last few decades. And again, something I don't know, I feel I've even got a nostalgic tone in my voice as I'm saying this. But really, I've got to say, as I've said so many times, that it's just fantastic that all this stuff from hundreds of years of history exists, that you can still go and actively use and go boating, go biking, go walking, just basically get out and enjoy it. As a lesser known fact, these larger tunnels do tend to have markers on the offside wall in them, so that as you're going along on your boat, you can see if you're at the middle point or how far you're getting, basically. And again, if you want to pause and see the details of Chirk Tunnel here, then please do. It's an interesting thing. When you come out of the tunnel, you come into this sort of little valley almost of these tree coverings on both sides, when in the middle of summer, when all of the leaves are grown and all the foliage is thick again, it's almost like coming into a natural tunnel to some extent. And these particular sections of trees here are where in years gone by I used to come out with an axe and a saw and a bag and come out cutting wood, and I managed to actually find some of the wood. I'm sure it's the same pile that I'd cut years and years ago and never come back to collect, but I'll upload that as a separate little nostalgic moment. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my other videos for hundreds of boat life videos, and please do check out the links in the description to find my short boat life books for the Kindle, which tell you all about, well, my time on board Narrowboat Tilly, and also why I decided to leave boat life in the end. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Keep it boat worthy, keep it interesting, and of course, my friends, farewell.